right, Shalom. Call Halam La, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Chakodash. All right. Double honors to the hopefully like elder apostle slave to be saved. Lord willing, start the elder men at the Great Millstone Church on down to the rest that may be out here and been out here under the same doctrine. On to the Akim here at this faction of this hopefully like assembly. We're also in all the Lord has set up through the Spirit. On to the rest of the Akim, doing likewise, and to the rest of you believers in on this beautiful faith of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahweh Shai. All right, but I was going to jump straight into this. It's devastating events happening, occurring. I've been away from the as far as getting a specific, a new update out as far as a news reports of prophecy, right? A new one. So in this one, we're going to be going into pretty much the times that pretty much everything is about to get completely expensive on people, right? It's getting expensive on people. It's already expensive on people, and people about to be they're about to be taken for all they got. That the Lord is about to really apply pressure, man. He's about to the scriptures talk about how his hand, is already he's striking these people, but his hand is stretched out still, like he's just stealing on the earth, chiefly starting with Jake. All right, said how his hand is poised to strike. So you got all these events that's already occurring, such as the floods and whatnot. If you ain't been paying attention to that, that's been massive. It's hit over east as the Lord said it would. And it came to the other end of the earth, which is the western end of the world or the earth. All right, it hit all type of different places of America. All right, it hit college dorms and whatnot. All right, onward to the drying up of waters, of food. You got a lot of different weather that's been supernatural, that's been destroying a lot. But I just want to jump straight into this. Let's get it.
Has announced an 80% hike in electricity and gas bills, dramatically worsening the current cost of living crisis. Britain's energy regulator announced it will be increasing its energy price cap in October to an average of nearly $4,200 per year, which is nearly double the current price cap of $2,323. The regulator blamed the soaring wholesale gas costs.
And what I want to do is, I do want to get that scripture that I was just quoting. All right. And I always want to grab that real quick. Let's go here. All right. To Isaiah in the 5th chapter. And then we're going to back something else up, back up something else I said. All right. Through the Spirit. So this is woes for the wicked. All right. Which the wicked is chiefly starting with the so-called white man Esau, but the Lord tells us in Jeremiah 5:26 that amongst his people are found wicked. All these people really wicked. That's why the Lord said He gonna punish this world for his wickedness, according to Isaiah the 13th chapter. And He tells us how, the wicked, they walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. So you just got the wicked everywhere. So that's why it's going down everywhere. That's why it's going down everywhere. And I want to grab that. All right, so we're going to get this in another translation, but you see it says right here, Psalms 12:8, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. So they everywhere. So Lord, He got work to put in everywhere. All right. Okay, let's get Yeah, it says this a good one in the NLT. Even though the wicked strut about and evil is praised throughout the land. And what does the word earth go into? The word earth, let's get it for those that don't know. All right. It tell you right here, Genesis 1 and 10. And God and the powers called the dry land earth. So the word earth goes into land. But just real quick, for those that don't know, the word right there is aratazah, right? And the first word you get is what? Land. All right. So earth, inhabitants. All right, but land goes in all the countries that's on this earth, aka which is a land. So when we go back, just want to hit that point to the NLT in Psalms 12 and 8. Even though the wicked strut about and evil is praised throughout the land, so the whole earth. See that? It's man. Look at this in the NIV. It says, "Who freely strut about when what is vile is honored by the human race." People like saying we're all just one big so-called human family, right? Let's get this in the NASB 20. The wicked strut about on every side when vileness is exalted among the sons of men, which is through the so-called white man who pushes it. The whole earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. So it makes sense. So pretty much everyone has basically became wicked, and they praise it, right? So you got wicked. You got wicked people everywhere, and the scriptures tell us that. I'm not gonna get it. I'll just quote it in Sirach, the 10th chapter, as to what manner of the ruler of the city is, so are the people. It also tells us that in Proverbs, in the 29th chapter, I want to say that is. All right. So, if a ruler hearkens to lies, all his servants are wicked. So when we come back here, woes for the wicked. That's basically everybody on the earth. So I said the Lord, he said, oh, let me grab that too. Well, I'll just quote it. He said, that's why he said the slaying of the earth going to be the slaying of the Lord is going to be from one end of the earth to the other. All right. I believe that's in Isaiah in the 32nd chapter. All right. Just want to quote it. I don't want to necessarily get it. Unless the Lord had me get it. You have to slack it, Jeremiah, the 25th chapter, and the 33rd verse. Exactly. Right? Let me just grab it real quick. It says right here, so you can understand. So he just punishing people. I'm not gonna get it. You can look it up. It says how the slain of the Lord, slain of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua, that they shall be from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. See that? Why? Because it's wicked people all throughout the earth, and one end of the earth is from the east to the west. See that? They shall not be limited, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground. All right. So when we come here to Isaiah 5 and 25, and the Lord's going to slay these people by many of his plagues that he sent. He got many ways to destroy these people. All right? He said he's going to punish this world. So he's already punishing, but it's like, dang, is he going to stop? So that's what I want to get. This is Isaiah 5 and 25. Therefore is the anger of the Lord kindled against this people. Right? Yeah, Khan. It says, against his people, and he has stretched forth his hand against them, and has smitten them, and the hills did tremble, and their carcasses were torn in the midst of the streets. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. Right? So the Lord, he jacking Jacob all across the globe, because Jacob's all across the globe. Right? So while he's rising up for Jake through these events, he's also punishing Jake through these events. Right? This in the NLT. That is why the Lord's anger burns against his people, and while he has raised his fist to crush them, right? And while he has raised his fist to crush them, the mountains tremble and the corpses of his people litter the streets like garbage. See that? And that's a problem, you know? But even then, the Lord's anger is not satisfied. His fist is still poised to strike. So the Lord is he's stilling on the earth. He's stilling on Jake, you know. He's already been doing it. And he just won't stop through what these floods, the water drying out, the sword being sent amongst Jake, pestilence, you know, the Esau himself being the sword, right? So that's that. Now, and he's sending it from one end of the earth to the other. So now what I want to do before we get into this completely, hit play on this video, I should say, we're going to go to Psalms 9:19, and the scriptures even tell you how the Lord he bring forth his judgment every morning, man. But the unjust, they know it no shame. All right. So when you go to Psalms 19 and verse let's see. Yeah, 0, 9, 3, and 5. Yep. Every morning do he bring forth his judgment to light. Yep, he fell it not, but the unjust know it no shame. So he gonna keep going, and it's gonna be in these new ways, which we about to get into. It say UK households stare at fuel poverty. Now, the reason why this is relevant because everything starts from the east first, from one end to the other. That's how the Lord said this thing was gonna go down. All right, when you go to Second Ezra 16 and 1, it's been coming out a lot. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. That's one. That's basically the whole circumference of the earth, right? You got the Middle East, right? And we know this Babylon is spiritual, so that's the west, right? Asia being the farthest thing east. So see, Babylon and Asia, that's like Western Hemisphere and Eastern Hemisphere. Because he actually going to destroy Babylon, the physical ancient Babylon? No. Right? But he's actually talking to Asia. Right? So if he's not going to destroy the actual ancient Babylon, because it's already destroyed, that gotta be a spiritual Babylon. That's America, which is the farthest thing west. And if he's actually talking to Asia right here, right, that's the furthest thing east. Notice that these two was put first. I always like to bring it out. But anyway, so this is why this is relevant, okay? Because everything going to start east. And everything you seeing that's going on east is pretty much, it's a trailer of what's to come west, right? And what happens, basically it's all sampled over there. Everything the Lord going to do, he's sampling over there. And he going to actually sell the product, the prophecy here. Because he got his eye set upon the sinful kingdom, and he said he's going to destroy this place from off the face of the earth. So he's going to just do a lot of killing, a lot of destroying of things, and pretty much a lot over east. And then over west, everybody here going to die, and everything here is going to die except the elect through those nuclear missiles. And it's going to be inhabited by desert animals, right? So however the Lord had those animals manifest, it's a whole nother thing, but that's what the scriptures tell us, okay, according to what's the Isaiah 34. But back to this. So this is a trailer. That's why we getting this. Is why this is critical. If you in America, and if you over east, you all are seeing what's happening east, what's about to play out here in America, and this is a very, heavy video. So let's prove that. This is Psalms 19, and we're trying to tell you people, right? This is how it's going to go down. It says, there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. And that's talking about who? the Lord's men he set up, right? The apostles, the prophets, the true apostles and prophets. All right, those the only ones he actually sent. Okay, now that's proven because when you go to Romans the 10th chapter, it tells you what. Let's just get it, and you're gonna see the whole link. It's very powerful, right? It says what? Romans 10 and 18. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. And that was by who? The prophets, those that were sent, right? The true ones. So when we come back here, we should understand what this is going into now. Psalms 19 and 3. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. We're on what? What was used to be, yeah, it's still there. If you paying attention, what? WW, right? Look up WW real quick. Okay, what does WWW mean? We know World Wide Web, but it's just heavy to go into it. All right. So you can really realize this. The World Wide Web, also known as the web. All right. So this is how the Lord is doing this. But anyway, you can get into it on your own. So we come back here. It says, and who's on the web? The prophets, the true prophets, right? The men of the Lord he set up. But it says what? So they sending this word from the east to the west, from the west to the east, through the internet or through physically being in the west, or in the east. And these men will only be Israelites because the prophets only come out of the Israelites. So when you read verse 4, their line is gone, their line, right. That make me think of like on the cartoons where they used to have a can with the line to communicate, right, hooked into it, right. You put your ear to it to hear what they're saying. Their line is gone throughout, right, like a landline. See that? It says their line is gone throughout all the earth and their words to the end of the world. And what do you use? What do you use for landline? Internet. All right. See? At least, in the beginning when it first started, can you get internet through landline? See? DSL uses telephone lines to deliver high-speed internet service. See that? That's heavy. These digital lines. So this was just going into, all right? But anyway, coming back. So their line, right, is gone out through all the earth. We spread this message through the internet, through their internet that the providers that the men of the Lord have in their homes or however they work. It is it's reaching. They're using it to reach to the ends of the earth, right? Why? Because the whole earth is in wickedness, and the Lord's about to steal on it, man. Right? From the west to the east. But anyway, in their words to the end of the world. And them had he said a tabernacle for the sun. What is that sun going into? Prophecy. What's about to happen? Okay? So when you go to Sirach in the 24th chapter, I want to say that is. Okay, let's go there real quick. literally tells you what we can go to 24. We're gonna go here. So we're gonna go to we're gonna get this one. This ain't the one I wanted, but we're gonna get this one too. This is Sirach 24 and verse 32. I will yet make doctrine to shine as the morning. When do you know that it's the morning? When the sun is up. What caused the morning to be morning? What caused the morning to shine? The sun, right? And will send forth her light afar off. I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy. See that? That's why it says in Psalms 19 and 4, it says their line is going out through all the earth and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. See that? So these words being ultimately the spirit of Yahushua, testimony of Yahushua was the spirit of prophecy, ultimately the prophecy. So it's putting light, it's bringing light, enlightening people on everything that's going on and that's about to go on. The sun is prophecy, you know, which is the spirit, aka the testimony of our Lord, because that's what that ultimately go into. But that's a whole nother thing. Now I just want to finish this out. I will yet pour out doctrine, back in Sirach 24 and 33. I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy and leave it to all ages forever. All right, behold, that I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom. And that's my job. That's what I'm set up to do, you know, with any other man of the Lord, you know, that, you know, is given a lot of a prophet. Okay. Lord willing, I'm a prophet. A true prophet. All right. So, yeah, this is a labor. So we can know what's going on. We're occupied in the meditation of the ancient. We're occupied in the prophecies. What's going to happen? We're watching, right? And we're putting it out for everybody else that needs the wisdom, right? Because through knowing what's going to happen, that's destruction by default. That's instruction by default. If you know it's about to rain, that automatically tells you. If you're not you weren't born yesterday, you need to, you know, do this, or you shouldn't do this, or you shouldn't go here, right? Or you should prepare. See that? So prophecy in general, by default, right, without explaining it, or simply is just indirect instruction, right? The Lord tell you, I'm about to destroy America. What the hell that mean? Get the hell out of America, man, right? Spiritually. Because if you, first of all, if you was to leave America physically, but yet you still living like an American or thinking about America or being a replica of America, like say you flee from America and you went to Africa or something. Well, the Lord, but that's the case. The Lord you still gonna get destroyed. Because remember, the Lord said He's gonna destroy America. It said a sword is against all the people that's mingled in the midst of her, man. So you want to depart from America spiritually, right? And that's the prophecy has it as. He's going to destroy these proud people. So you need to quit being proud. You need to do all these different things. But the point is, he said he set in them a tabernacle for the sun. All right? So this should be clear to you. You can't help but see this. So I said at the end, the vision shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, shall not tarry. It's going to speak at the end. Right? But anyway, now, last scripture, because it should be clear before you go into this. All right, this is Sirach 34 and 16, and it reads what? It says, where am I at? That's 35. 34 and 16. It says, for the eyes of the Lord are upon them that love him. He is their mighty protection and strong stay a defense from heat, and a cover from the sun at noon, which is all going into what? Prophecy. So when the prophecies pop off, you got the Lord. So once again, this is showing you that the sun that he set in people is the prophecies. And these prophecies heavy, they heat. They could destroy you. They could burn you up. The prophecies are actually concerning people being burnt up through nuclear missiles. People tapping out. People running out of water. All that is of prophecy. Right? And we're here to help you see this. And this was on the way, so prepare. Anyway.
After Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
So the price cap is a cap on the price that energy suppliers can pay for units, can charge for units of energy. It's not a cap on a bill, it's a cap on the unit of energy. We've just heard that it's increased by another 80%, another £750. That's about £2,000 on a bill in a 12-month period. What it means is that an average UK energy bill is going to be around £3,500 when a year ago it was about £1,200. It is simply unaffordable for millions of people in Britain, and it's already caused huge amounts of privation, debt, anxiety.
So he said about, let's go here, £3,000, right? £3,000 in US dollars is $3,480, right? But he said this the key to it. It was originally at what? $1,000. So it's gonna go up pretty much $2,000. All right, rough estimate. So let's go back. And once again, what you're seeing happening east is a trailer or a sampler of the product the Lord about to unload here. Which is these prophecies. These people about to be devastated, right? They're gonna howl for hunger and thirst, as the Lord said, man. You know, they ain't gonna. The Lord literally gonna black this place out. All right, that's written. You know, the scriptures talk about gross darkness. I did a lesson on it, right? It's another one. It's not the one I want, but it's another one. And I want to say Isaiah, yeah, kind. Yeah, this what I want. It says, because that's really, you know, he said the darkness gonna cover the earth. They saying this is gonna be a cap, a regulation on what energy, which is what people need. Hold on, let me pull up what I originally had. Okay. Oh, willing to take me back. Okay, kind. Why do y'all bust me on shot? All right. So, see, but these dumbass people, they don't know, as it say. But off of all these things, 2 Ezra 16 and 18, well, not 20, it says they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Right? Things getting worse. You know, myself and the brother we was just speaking on, or the brother and myself, right? Trevor's more tasteful, right? But the point is, we was talking about what I've said by the Spirit. If niggas don't learn when other niggas get judged, they don't learn from other niggas getting judged. Lord touching everything that's proud and think that it won't lose. He's like touching. He's ending. And that's prophecy. They not repenting. They not, you know you know. But the Lord gonna do something to where niggas finally get it, and that's all the niggas on the face of the earth. But anyway, it says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth. Sword, famine. Famine is a lack of something. So you're not gonna pretty much have energy on deck just to have light like that, right? And it's many factors that have caused that, which were pretty much events, aka prophecies of the Heavenly Father finally playing out that has caused, you know, people's plans to be stifled and things to plummet and, you know, basically start perishing or just outright be gone. Certain things. But it says, and great confusion. So these people, you know, but let me just hit play on this again. Right? Britain see 80% spike in energy bills. And that's a year. So you're going to go from paying, right, $1,000 to $2,000 more on top of the 1,000 you was already paying a year. That's crazy.
$3. The regulator blamed the soaring wholesale gas costs after Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
Right. So that was a prophecy. Right? Because Russia got to get going. They may got, you know, rumors of war. That's all that is, a proxy war. It's a rumor of war. All right? It's not really war. They haven't even, it actually came out and said that's not war. So that's a rumor of war. Even though they're doing all that, they're destroying stuff, people getting blown up, people been outside, and they, you know. But that whole point is that's all they said is, dude, this energy crisis, right? Which is about to cause, you know, an 80% spike in energy bills, right? It was due to the war, which is another prophecy. So this prophecy was triggered by another prophecy. See that? So the Lord just keeps stealing on this place, and it's about to come west.
Price cap is a cap on the price that energy suppliers can pay for units, can charge for units of energy. It's not a cap on a bill, it's a cap on the unit of energy. We've just heard that it's increased by another 80%, another £750. That's about two.
So you're only going to be allowed, it's like a phone bill. When you get a data cap and they like slow you down, it's the worst thing ever. So imagine that on your lights, energy, right?
On a bill in a 12-month period. What it means is that an average UK energy bill is going to be around £3,500 when a year ago it was about £1,200. It is simply unaffordable for millions of people in Britain, and it's already caused.
Britain's forced to choose between heating or eating this winter. Because that's why I said earlier, one, it's a famine. It's a famine in itself, but people gonna literally starve behind this because that take me here for those that, you know, may not know, may not be familiar. Energy bill. What is an energy bill going to? Electric bill, right? Same thing. See, it's the same thing. I put an energy bill, they give you electric. So it says, consumer energy bill. Operating expenses including fuel for power plants such as coal, natural gas. See? So that's your electricity bill. Esau's has always got to change shit to create euphemisms. Because people, they pay electric bills. We pay electricity bills, right? Not energy bills. Because if people hear that this happened to the electricity bill, they'll be more quick to react. But see, people slow to look into things, and you know, they just gonna be taken by surprise. They don't know this energy bill because they might push it the same way here in America. The energy bill, your energy bill is gonna go up. People, for all people know, the energy bill it doesn't affect them. They don't even have that bill. You know, that's why I said that, man, many have fallen by the edge of the sword, but not as many have been, but not as many as have fallen by the sword, the edge of the tongue or the tongue. Esau on his wordplay put niggas to sleep. You know, to where the whole army just come in your shit, just come get you. You know, something he said, a sentence he said, which is some subliminal message, some slick words or whatever, deceptive wording, euphemisms used. You know, it sets you up to get knocked out. It sets you up. It's like a feint. It sets you up to get hit by another punch that was really on the way, but you didn't believe it, right? You didn't see it coming because you know. He's like, oh, he faking. He just pump faking at me. He ain't finna shoot. He gonna keep pump faking. You know, but whole point, man. So this is going into your electricity bill, natural gas we purchase from the energy market, right? So that's what cooking. That's hot water. That's all these different things, cooling and lighting. Obviously, lights. That's why we know it's gonna be what? It's gonna be dark. So Isaiah 60:2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. See them two different darknesses. Darkness going into Esau spiritually, but physically it's going to happen through Esau's wickedness, right? And gross darkness the people. And people are going to be what? As it said, 2 Ezra 16:21, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, right? Not knowing that this nigga was going to run everything up on you. And even then shall evils grow, see? Because, first of all, certain victuals shouldn't even cost. So that's an evil. So it says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils, showing you that's the evil, grow. They're going to go up. The prices for certain things are going to grow. They're going to go up upon earth. Sword, famine, right? And great confusion. All right? Because really, every time you get a bill about them cutting something off, that's like famine. You this close from famine. Every time they give you a bill, oh, this bill do, you ain't got no more of this. That's famine, right? And then the sword. Those damn words. Those law, that kills you. That, you know, but, you know, that's a, you know, spiritual, you know, in-depth look at what's going on. Obviously, this is talking about the sword in itself and famine in itself as well. But all that is tied into what? These electricity bills, man. If you got eyes to see, and here's the ear. Here. But it says there's a point in great confusion, which goes back to what? What was I reading? Yeah, gross darkness is going to cover the people. They're going to be in dark on this, but they ain't going to have no excuse to be in the dark. Because the light was here. That's why it says we do well that we take heed unto, you know, this word. As unto a light that shineth in a dark place. We're going to be straight. And we're going to literally be saved because we believe all this is going to happen. They tell you that in Romans the 8th chapter. That's the good news. Let me grab that for you real quick. So that was 2 Peter. And I'm going to cut this short because I kind of go in depth. You know, which I love doing. Lord allows me to do that. That's really my thing with this, these prophecies and how it all tie together, and you know, joyous. But anyway, woo, that's fire. It says, 2 Peter 1:19, we have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place, until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts. See that sun, right? The prophecies on the way. It says, knowing this, which is those prophecies, and they gonna happen, they sure, right? We do well that we take heed. Why? Because it's enlightening us on what to come, so we can make the proper adjustment, right? And the Lord, first of all, the Lord doing this to the wicked. It say, ye that fear the Lord, hope for mercy, right? We're fine. Please understand this, okay? We're fine. And I want to grab that real quick in second. What's that? Sirach in the second chapter. You can read that. Sirach 2 and 7. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. See that? Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. And what's your reward? Well, expecting that all these things is gonna happen. They on the way here. This everything I'm telling you, this is it's on the way here because it starts east. Oh, I didn't even finish proving that in Psalms 19. Salaki about that. But when you go on and read that, it tell you that the bridegroom, which is that son, the word ultimately spiritually first, is gonna come forth and it's gonna make it circuit around. It's gonna make it circuit, and it's gonna start from the east because the sun rises east and then it's gonna set in the west. That's literally what it tells you, right? So you taking heed and keeping up. You know, I know I'm kind of, as it says, their line is gone throughout 19 and 4 Psalms. It says their line is gone out throughout all the earth. Going out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoices as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven. See that? And his circuit, right, running his course unto the ends of it. So from one end to the other, that's the east to the western hemisphere, right? And that's because it's the sun. The sun rises east. So the prophecy is going to start east first, right? And they're going to literally set here last. That's spiritual. It says, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. Whoo! So America about to get it too, right? America about to get it too. All right? And why am I rejoicing? Because we do well that we take heed, right? First, 2 Peter 1 and 19, we have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed. Why? Because we're fearing the Lord. It says, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts. Right? Ye that fear the Lord, Sirach 2 and 7, wait for his mercy, and go not aside. When does his mercy come? When affliction hits. So when the heat comes, right? That's when that shadow, as he said he was going to hide us under, you know, it comes on the scene because that's the time when it was created. Your shadow comes out, aka which is like shade, right? They come out when the sun out, man. They were created to come out when the sun is out. He said he's going to hide us in what? The shadow of his wings. All right? I'm kind of, you know, I got to throw the balance in here. All right? I believe that's Psalms in the 91st chapter. All right? And Nahum. Let's go here. Right? That's when shadows were created to come out. Yeah. Yep, shadow of thy wings. Yep. Psalm 63 and 7, because thou hast been my help, therefore in the shadow of thy wings will I rejoice. The angels are going to be there for us. We're going to be straight. And that shadow goes into what? Shade. See that? I could have sworn that was, yeah, it's right here. Psalms 91 and 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. You gonna be straight. The whole chapter going to you being straight. All right. So that's why we do well that we take heed to these prophecies that's on the way. You know, we fearing the Lord, right? And waiting for his mercy and going out of side, waiting for what? The shadow to come when the sun come. Which meaning when these prophecies hit, we wait for the mercy to come. Because that's those prophecies, these are prophecies of affliction, right? Uh, um, but to also show you how, the order and everything which the Lord set up works. You know, how the sun works with the moon, or the sun works with shadows, stuff like that, right? That'd be all deep. But the whole point, when you finish on, it says, ye that go not aside lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and see hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Now, why is it telling you to do that? Because it says when you look into the generations of old and see, did any ever trust in Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, or Yahweh, right, and was confounded. At this point, it's Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. It says, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? See that? Whoo, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy and long suffering and very pitiful and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction. See that? So that's when our power works best. That's when he works. So we need, in order to finally see this power, the legendary Yahweh, right, by some Yahweh Shai, we need to welcome that destruction with a warm welcome, right? We need to expect and hope for that shit. All right. So I want to grab that really quick, and then I'm gonna go back to the point. I'm gonna hit play on the video. I might hit a few more points, a few more articles or videos, and then that'll be it. All right. So when you go to Romans 8 and 24, it says, "For we are saved by hope." See? So I said hope for mercy. But hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man sees, why do he yet hope for? So if we are going to be saved by hope, we need to hope. Now, when you go into that word hope, what does it mean? Right? The word hope right there in the Greek means expectation of evil, fear, expectation of good. So we literally expecting all of this stuff to happen. That's your word of prophecy. That's why I said we do well that we take heed. And just off of that, us believing this is going to happen, we're going to be saved. See that? Because why? Ye that fear the Lord, Sirach 2 and 7, wait for his mercy and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting mercy, and you're going to get it. See that? You expecting him to bring the evil, right? It's like just as much as you expect for shadows to come out when the sun is beaming, is at its highest point, that's just as much as we expect for the Lord to save those that know his order, know what he's doing. Like we know that's supposed to happen. We believe that's going to happen. When the sun comes up, we know shadows come out. Shade is there. When the sun is out, you be like, let me find shade. You automatically knowing it's there. You believing that's there. That's why I say he that cometh to the Father must know it that he is. He said, be still and know it, and know it that I am. Okay? Now, anyway, so this is 2nd Ezra 16, and that was really my premier scripture for this. All right? But everybody else, it says, for many of them that, 2nd Ezra 16 and 22, for many of them that dwell upon the earth, right, shall, meaning caught up in this place, shall perish of famine. And the other that escaped the hunger shall the sword destroy. Why? Because they're confused. They don't know what's going on. They weren't hoping and fearing in Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shah. They wasn't expecting these things was going to happen. These niggas actually thought that the Lord wasn't going to do good, neither was he going to do evil. These people actually thought they could say peace and safety. And that's the worst thing they could have did, because the Lord say when they say that, then sudden destruction come upon them. Right? So once again, they about to end up in the dark. These people are about to have, they're in gross darkness. prophecy. They have no clue. So Isaiah 60:2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But Yahweh shall arise, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai shall arise upon thee, right? And his glory shall be seen upon thee. See that? We got that light. We in the, it said we abide in the light. It says, this is Jeremiah 13:16. Give glory to the Lord, Yahweh, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, your power, your God, before he calls darkness, and before your feet stumble upon the dark mountains. See that? You all caught up in America. They finna shut this mug down, man. The government, Esau's whole government is on self-destruct mode. It's intentional, right? They setting up the New World Order. It says, and while you look for light, he turned it into the shadow of death. See, you got two shadows and make it gross darkness, right? You got them spooky shadows that come out at night, right? But we looking for the shadows that come out when the sun come up, right? And it get real hot, man. People that can't find that shadow, man, you're done. So yeah, that's basically that. All right. Let me see if I had something else back here. Yep, that was basically that. So I basically made the point on that. Call Allah Yahweh Shemiah Shah. These people about to be out of there. So the gross darkness about to cover the whole earth, and it's proved that it's starting here and it's gonna end there. That scripture proves that. See that? So the Lord, man, they think they can pay their bills now. Okay.
Privation, debt, anxiety, 2002 is going to be a period. What it means is that an average UK.
The devil telling you in your face, but we telling you what he telling you. If you feel like he's speaking a coded language, which at times he do, but they making it plain at this point. It said at the end it's gonna speak, man.
In a 12-month period, what it means is that an average UK energy bill is going to be around £3,500 when a year ago it was about £1,200. It is simply unaffordable for millions of people in Britain, and it's already caused huge amounts of private.
And that's primarily going to be Jake chiefly, because Jake the poor of the earth, and then all the other people casualties, right?
Debt, anxiety, Britain, and it's already caused huge amounts of privation, debt, anxiety, and grief.
That's what's coming. It's already happening over there. It's about to happen here.
Get worse as we head into the winter. Debt, anxiety, and grief, and it will only get worse as we head into the winter.
Trying to tell y'all. So that's what's about to happen. They put a price cap, you know.
And as the UK is waiting for another Conservative leader, household and business consumers, energy suppliers, and opposition politicians.
And this will replace, what's her name? She basically was appointed through Queen Elizabeth before the Lord killed her, Queen Elizabeth, you know. I forget her name. I think her name, I forget her dang name, man. But she the prime minister, I believe.
Are clamoring for urgent government.
But anyway, the government not about to help y'all, man. All right. So let's move on. Make sure I hit everything in this. So yeah, that's the point, man. These people gonna be out of there, man. All right, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. Right. And who's the dead? The dead, the walking dead. These people, they're gonna be cast out as dung. They're gonna be treated like they ain't shit. They're gonna be put out of their homes and etc. And then these landlords, y'all ain't got nothing coming. They're gonna comfort y'all, and there shall be no man to comfort them. Right? People not gonna care. The love of many about the wax coal is already waxing. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. This is gonna get dark. It's gonna go black. They got that documentary about the blackout. You people don't know how to just exist, reading candles, daylight, you know. meditation. Something wrong with y'all. Y'all never experienced what it is to just live. You know what I'm saying? Just be on the earth. You got all this stuff that you think a part of you're gonna these people about that they're gonna go cuckoo, which takes you into the other prophecies. All right, which is the love of why the love of many is gonna wax cold. So let's hit a few more videos to show you how heavy this is on this.
If you work for yourself, you
Sugarcoating.
So if you ain't got the Lord, you done. If you don't got Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, you're done.
The energy price, particularly frightening this week, is just how quickly forecasts have changed. This shows the energy price
The cost of living. You're going to lose one thing. You're forced to lose one thing to have another.
Going back all the way to 2019. Now look, the light blue bars over here is what the cap was predicted to rise to last week. Pretty big numbers, but just look at how that forecast was updated this week. The prediction for January alone, that middle bar, jumped over 650
And I've been sitting on these, been meaning to get them out, but, just through the spirit.
£50. Now, the big jump here is partly explained by a change to the off-gen methodology, but that won't make things any easier for the customers. She is facing a challenge similar to almost everyone around the country. She just doesn't know how she'll pay her bills this winter. She's self-employed, a mum of one, and her energy is set to soar.
We were paying £90 on our gas and electricity at the beginning of the year, but
So that proves it. All this energy bill crap, euphemism.
forecast for you to show what the next 12 months could potentially look like, and when I've looked at those figures today, it's petrifying. There's 1 month in January they're predicting up to £560 a month. I cannot comprehend how anyone can pay 500.
And it ain't because it's a lack of. It's because the damn devil is the devil. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He hoarding everything, right? And everybody this man of sin got to be revealed, man. It's the so-called white man. These elite bankers. Y'all people gonna learn the hard way, man. And we gonna be kept from this because of what the reasons I already gave. Y'all people gonna literally starve, for lack of, man. Oh, and I wanted to get this too real quick. I want to get this in the NSRV. Let's see if I can get it. Let's go here. It's a hit. It's actually titled, let me see if I can get it on the screen, The Horror of the Last Days. All right. 21. Second Ezra. Check this out. 16 and 21. All right. No. Second Ezra 16 and 21. No, I want second Ezra's. Okay, Con. We can do it like this then. Second Ezra's. Where is this at? I don't know. Anyway, this second Ezra 16 and verse 21. Yep. Look, the horror of the last days. It says what? I'm gonna start at 20. I'm gonna actually start at 18. The beginning of sorrows, when there shall be much lamentation. The beginning of famine, when many shall perish. The beginning of wars, when the power shall be terrified. See, it's all happening. They said this cause was caused by the war, right? Which was a rumor. But it says the beginning of calamities, when all shall tremble. What shall they do when the calamities come? And that's what she's saying. She's trembling, right? It is for the wicked, right? It says famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for correction of humankind. Yeah, they all wicked. They all, promote was esteemed amongst men. what the devil say is good, right? But anyway, yet for all this, they will not turn from their iniquities or ever be mindful of the scourges. It says, that's the point. Indeed, provisions will be so cheap upon the earth that people will imagine that peace is assured for them. That's literally the mindset of these people. It say, indeed, provisions will be so cheap upon the earth that people will imagine that peace is assured for them. A nigga think because he can go get a slingshot, right, and drive downtown Chicago, right, down Michigan Avenue, that he's good because he can afford that now. He think because gas went down from $5-6, damn near here, that and it's now pretty much, it's a low four, almost 390, right? Something. He thinks peace is sure for him, even though he just seen like a score has come down. Like, wait a minute, right? So it says that's prophecy. So indeed, provisions will be so cheap upon the earth, people will imagine that peace is assured for them. When you go back to what was that 2020, yeah, I think 2020, gas was $1. Gas was I got an image of it. Gas was $1.69, and I believe the year 2020, yeah, winter of 2020, I want to say either the top of 2020, which is the winter of the winter, or I don't think it was 2021. I believe it was 2020, and now look, you know, but it says, and then calamity shall spring up on the earth. The sword, famine, and great confusion. So everything is right on time, man. Is all according to schedule. All right.
£60 a month on their gas and electricity. Comprehend how they're predicting up to £560 a month. I cannot comprehend how anyone can pay £560 a month on their gas and electricity, and then our mortgage could go up a couple of £100 as well on top. It's frightening because how can anyone just find that kind of money? It doesn't exist, does it?
See, calamities. They afraid. They confused.
It's so bad, and what can be done? Well, this is the key cause. Wholesale energy prices. It's been skyrocketing. It peaked during the invasion.
And the devil gonna tell you it's all due to this, it's due to that, but he the one going to war. He the one doing this shit. They don't want waging war. That's why it says in the kingdom, when we get the kingdom, when we ruling, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the Hebrew Israelites, which is going to be by our Lord coming, Yahweh Shai, right? When he comes, he's going to institute the kingdom of heaven. And then no man going to learn war anymore. So there ain't going to be no reasons to black ball someone from a resource, and, to where now resources so rare to where the country that can't get it from the one they being blackballed by is forced to charge interest hike on it, right? Inflate the price of everything in the society due to their economy. You ain't gonna. That's why we're gonna get rid of war. Ain't gonna be none of that dumb stuff, right? These heathens don't know what they doing, man.
Ukraine, but it's creeping back up again now. Now, many will say that this is the reason the price cap needs to go up. But although
the reason why this is going on, because everybody leaning upon their own heart. Man's ways are right in his own eyes, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And that's exactly what you see in the earth mourning. Everything is dying. The times is passing. They losing their own power, right? They're the trust of the people with them, these world rulers. It's dwindling. It's dwindling. It's dwindling. It's dwindling. That's why so many people, that's a whole nother thing, man.
This affects the whole market. Not all customers in all places are seeing the increases. We are. Have a look at this. This shows how the UK has the biggest proportional gain in the price of their energy bills across the whole of the G7. Look, 57% our bills have gone up. Now, there are some localised reasons for this, but it also has a lot to do with the degree to which governments are willing to help. So, this is the value of our government's most recent, most notable intervention on energy. £15 billion, it'll mean £400 per household, some targeted support for the most needy as well. Now, this doesn't cover everything, but it is worth
having a look at what's going on in other European nations. Look, in Germany, a package in excess of 60 billion euros. Italy, nearly 50 billion euros. And I just want to draw your attention to France, because in France, the energy price cap has been frozen at prices as what they were in October, and the government is picking up the difference. Now,
Like, they think that's good news. For what? You gotta pay to play. You gotta pay to play, man. Right? You people have to pay with your soul, your allegiance. Right? To keep playing this sick game called life, called living,
Even as summer reaches its height,
called surviving, called having a position, being a manager, all that, man.
those struggling with bills are... Even as summer reaches its height, those struggling with bills are plumbing new debts.
People are really are panicking. People are often kind of they're in a place of crisis.
In the last 2 years, Cheltenham
And it's gonna lead to that sword. So let me go ahead and get that pulled up now. All right. Let me go ahead and get that pulled up right now. We're gonna read that in the what? The KJV. We're gonna go to the 15th chapter. All right. Yep. That's prophecy. I'll just read all that. All right. I'm trying to keep this simple.
The bank has grown from 1 site to 4, and in the last 3 months, they've introduced packs specifically for people unable to heat their meals.
They've spoken to 4 families who have absolutely nothing.
Why? Because the bill's so high, right? Gas. Certain meals you heat through gas, all right? Through electricity, microwaves, ovens, which that's radiation, right? Microwaves, that is. You know, you need gas for your oven. You need gas for your stove, right? So that's how you have that. Hence, this energy bill is gonna bring that famine that the Lord talked about. See, but what these people don't realize is the main famine they're gonna have to worry about is the hearing this word, man. Because in this hearing is the way out, and the why, the reasoning, is reassurance, is comfort, because you know why is happening, who is happening to, right? We fear the Lord, man. We know He doing this, right? We hoping for mercy. We know we got sins. We know He forgives, right? And we know we got to go through Yahweh Shai. And we know that's only for the Israelites, right? And we know everybody ain't going to get it. So we do well that we take heed, man, unto this word, which is the light, right? The Lord sent the light into Jacob, and it had lighted upon Israel.
Cook, they can't charge a phone, they can't turn the light on, like, it's out.
Sarah says she's spoken to parents forced to
And that's what's needed. People can't get on their phone and talk shit, scoff. Can't get on their computers, talk shit, scoff. Upload stupid crap. Niggas, the shit niggas upload to the internet be crazy. You know? I'm talking about abominations. Recording people doing stuff they ain't got no business doing. Niggas recording themselves doing stuff they ain't got no business doing. Taking pictures. Doing all type of shit to show as proof you against the Heavenly Father. You know? So good. You know? Hitting dislike on the videos, reporting the channels, all this crap, man.
between bathing them.
You know, caught up in lies, caught up in the thing of where they can't see what's going on, and to why they think they should scoff us, which is the aid for why they think they should scoff us, because they can't see it. Their eyes in the end of the world, right? The ends of the world, it was these damn phones, these devices.
Children or cooking them dinner. How are you feeling?
A bit overwhelmed, a bit scared by it.
And this was gonna happen. She either gonna eat or she either gonna eat or she gonna be eaten. That's the time that's coming.
It feels
Because
like
everybody not gonna lay down for this, right? The government won't help. They gonna they gonna just take it out on each other, as we seeing.
And no one wants to fall off the cliff.
See, no one wants to fall off the cliff, and that's why people are gonna please their allegiance, right? That's why he says in what was that, Jeremiah the 13th chapter, how the mountain gonna go dark on these people, right? What's this the thing they has them high up, this infrastructure of the damn devil, you know. No one wants to fall off the cliff.
The energy company bosses tasked with helping to avert this crisis were summoned to number 10 today. But during this awkward interregnum,
These devils know what's going on, man. They know what they're doing. So I'm gonna just move on and show what's going down. Now check this out. Cause remember he said Asia, right? Well, this Shanghai.